Hello, sudoku friends. Today is June 7, 2023. Welcome to the New York Times Hard Sudoku puzzle of today. Let's get started. I can see a 2, 3 here and a 2, 3 here. So a 2 and a 3 must go down here somewhere. And the 8 blocks over here. So here is an 8. Another way to look at it is if we take away this 8 for a short moment, that the 2, 3, and an 8 can't go here, here, and here. Therefore, 2, 3, and an 8 must go in these 3 squares. So let's re-enter the 8 here and agree that these squares must be a 1, 4, and a 5, leaving a 6, 7, and a 9 for these squares here. So a 6 must go here or here, and a 9, we don't really know. I also see a 2, 8 here and here, so a 2 and an 8 will end up in 2 of these squares up here eventually. I see a 6 and a 1 blocking across here, so these 2 squares have got to be a 6 and a 1, making these 3 squares a 2, 3, and an 8. We have a 2 blocking up and down, so here is a 2. And these must be a 3 and an 8. We got a 3 blocking up, so here's an 8, and here is a 3. So, what does that tell us about these squares? Here they must be a 7, 4, and a 5. 7, 4, and a 5. Unfortunately, that's not quite enough. We got 7, 5 over here. No, it's not enough. Let's see, a 3 blocks over here and a 3 blocks up. So one of these is a 3. A 6 blocks over. There must be some limitations over here. Let's see, 4 and 4. 4 in one of these 2 cells. We got 7, 8 blocking up and 7, 8 blocking over, 7 and 8 in 2 of these squares. That means an 8 here or here. Of course, and the 7, well, could go here, here, or here. Across here, we need a 7, 5, and a 1. So 1 must go over here somewhere and therefore down here. Hang on, we got, yes. So if one of these must be a 1 and one of these must be a 1, and we got a 1 blocking this square, then this must be a 1. Here now we need a 5 and a 6. The 6 blocks over. Here's a 5 and a 6 goes here. And this 6 blocks across. This 6 blocks down. This is therefore a 6. So we have a 3 and a 6 blocking up and a 3 and a 6 blocking over. These 2 squares must be a 3 and a 6. These therefore must be a 4, 5, and a 7. There's a 5 and a 7 blocking here. So here's a 4, making one of these a 4. And these 2 must be a 5 and a 7 pair. So now we have a 3 in one of these 2 and 6. Well, the 6s are almost complete. 6 here or here, of course. 5 now here or here, and also, of course, here or here. But I can't really say more about the 5s, at least not yet. 2, 8 up here. A 1, 4, 5 here makes these as 9 and 7. And yes, hang on, 9 blocks down, over, Yes, 9 could go here, here, or here. So no joy here. 2, 3 here. 4 here, here. 1 here or here. 8 here, here. We only have 3 givens in column 7, but we have some restrictions on the horizontals. This square, for example, can only be a 4 or a 5. And this square can only be a 4 or 5. We got a 1, 4, and a 5 in these 3 squares here, and the 1 is blocking down. So here's a 4 or a 5. This square can only be a 4 or a 5. So in effect, we have 5 givens for the column. So 7, 5. I keep getting back to the 7 and the 5 now, because now we got a 5 here or here. So this square cannot be a 1, 2. It can be a 3, but not a 4, 5, because we got a 4, 5 pair here, and not a 6, 7, 8, or a 9. So this is a 3. That gives me a 3 here and a 6 here. Now we know that this is a 1 and this is a 6, don't we? And we have a 1 now in one of these 2 squares. The 2 others must be a 9 and a 2. So 1, 2, 9 here. That's not a huge help. 5, 7, 8 here. There must be something clever that we can do. Let's get back to the 4, 5 here and here. They still leave us to find a 2, 9, and a 6. So 6 here, here, of course. We know that one of these could be a 2 or a 9, yes. I think I'll have to focus somewhere else. And a good place to focus is this square, because it must be, I think, a 7. We need a 1, 5, and a 7 across here. We got a 1 and a 5 blocking down, so here's a 7. And that makes this square 7 as well. Now these are 1s and 5s. The 1 blocks down, so here's a 5, here's a 1. 1, 4, 5 here. Missing is a 9, which must go here now. Here's an 8 and a 5. The 5 blocks down, so the 8 goes here and the 5 here. 1, 4, 9 here now. 9 and 4 block down, so here's a 1 blocking up. This 1 blocks up. We got 2 1s blocking across, so here's a 1. Here's a 4 and a 9. 2, 3, 1, 4, 5. Yes, we are slowly getting somewhere. 4, 5, 7, 9 here. 4, 9 here, so 5, 7. No, not enough yet. We got 2, 8, 2, 8, of course, still. And the 2 other digits have to be a 5 and a 7. 5 blocks over here and here. So 5 goes here or here. And we got a 5 blocking up. So this can't be a 5. This must be a 5, making this a 5 and this finally a 7. Now we got 2 7s blocking across, 1 7 blocking up, a 7 goes here, and the last digit here must be a 4 blocking down. This 4 blocks down, so here's a 4. These must be a 1 and a 5. The 1 blocks down, so the 5 goes here and the 1 here. This 1 blocks up, this blocks over, this blocks down. Here's a 1. The other 2 must be a 2 and a 9. I remember that. There's a 9 blocking here, so here's a 2, and here is the 9. The 2 blocks down, making this a 3 and this a 2. Now one of these is a 3. These must be a 5 and an 8. Yes, 5 blocks down. Here's an 8. Here's a 5. 8 blocks up and up. One of these is an 8 now. And the other is a 7. These two must be a 9 and a 3. And these must be a 2 and a 2 and a 6. Here we can finally do something because the 2 blocks over. Here's a 2, here's a 6. This 2 blocks across, so does this, while this blocks upwards. So here's a 2. And we know that an 8 had to go up here as well, don't we? We also know that one of these two is an 8. Now this 8 blocks across, so here's an 8. This 8 blocks across, so does this. This 8 blocks up, and 8 must go here. This square can only be a 7. Blocking over, 7 blocks up. Here's another 7. Blocking over, blocking over, blocking up. A 7 goes here as well. These two squares must be a 3 and a 9. 9 blocks up here, so the 3 is going here and the 9 goes here, making this square a 3. 3 blocks over and 3 blocks up, here's a 3. These two must be a 4 and a 9. Really, can't I do anything with that? Well, apparently not right now. But these also must be a 4 and a 9, and the 9 blocks up. So here is a 4, and here's a 9, and a 9 here, and a 4 here. And that gives us a 4 in column 1. 2 squares left to fill, namely a 9, which must go here, and a 6. And that's it for today's New York Times Hard Sudoku puzzle. Thank you for watching, and please come back for more soon. Bye for now.